across all of Baymax, so that's cool. Done with the battle pass, which means I'm almost done with Fortnite. At least for now. Are used to this method of full screen. Love how I use almost like all my bullets. guy really is trying. You're really trying. Okay. I gotta deal with this Claude. Okay. And now you! TF. More people in here before I start the vote thing and, you know, usual stuff. Middle of the game. What if Buzz stayed controlled in Toy Story? Funny thing is, that's the most recent Toy Story I finished up on. So, you know, I could do that. Just give me 1 sec, and I'll save it. Yeah, you ain't winning this, buddy. Nice try, though. Whoa! Okay. You thought. Dude really thought. Yeah, I'll save that here in a sec. Yeah, like I told everybody else, there was an... Oh, yeah, you weren't here the last stream, were you? No. You weren't here for the return of the channel stream, so I guess you wouldn't have known that, like, I asked that. So yeah, any Toy Story, Home Alone, or Cars What Ifs that anybody has, more than free to recommend them, since I finished all of those. I still have to watch Toy Story 4, but I won't be watching that until until I get the second Big Bang project up here on the channel. I pre-recorded to the halfway mark of the John and Daniel story, so channel-wise, that should be up before the end of the month, maybe. Like, the full story should be done by the end of the month. And then just have, I think, just the second Big Bang, maybe? Oh, yeah, the Return to the McQueen story, obviously. And then the second Big Bang. And then I will start working on the next 2 stories, which is Skyquake and Shane and Saw. So once I complete those and get to those, that's whenever I'm going to watch Toy Story 4, and then I'll be done with Toy Story. What I'm going to be watching after that on Disney Plus, I really don't know yet. So that it leaves the next franchise or movie up in the air, really. Some of them I might not even tell you guys that I'm watching because some of them are just one and dones that I'm just gonna watch for fun. Some don't even end up being for what ifs and everything. So yeah. Some of them I just watch for fun. I have CDP and Lotso teaming up because their personalities and characters were almost identical. The only difference is Stinky Pete, to our knowledge, was never owned. He just sat on a shelf, whereas Lotso was actually owned. That's the only what if that I really want to do with Stinky Pete because I just don't see a character like him turning good. I have Lotso turning good. That can definitely happen. But Stinky Pete, I just did not see anything worthwhile to put him in for turning good. But I'll save the Buzz staying evil thing here in just a second. Yeah. They brought back the kinetic blade? Now that's sick. Right. What if Buzz remained controlled? Hey. Toy Story 4 is the only Toy Story I have never watched whenever Toy Story 4 got released. So now this will be my first time actually watching it. Whereas the other three, I've watched them countless times. Who hasn't grown up in their lives with Toy Story? Let's be honest here. Or Cars, or the Home Alone movies. Like I said, I just finished all of those over Christmas and New Year's. So I figured I'd tell everybody, like, getting into New Year's and everything, if there's any ideas for those franchises that they want to recommend me, they definitely do that now. Or, like, whenever they're able. Because at some point, people will just forget about them. Yeah, there is a Toy Story 5. I've seen multiple trailers and announcements and stuff for it. So yeah, I already knew that. And Tim Allen's apparently said some stuff about it already. He's like giving away spoilers. It's going to involve an army of buzzes, apparently. So we'll see how well it goes. What's up, Slick? Nice to see you. This dude. I'm gonna mess him up. Oh, heck no. You ain't going nowhere. Back here. Oh my god, am I getting third-partied? Really? Really? You gotta be that guy. At least I'm in the top 10 my first game this stream. That's very good. Next stream, I'm probably going to end up playing Sparking Zero again, because I'm pretty much complete with the battle pass of everything I want in Fortnite. All I wanted was freaking Baymax. This dude really freaking retreating? Hired. Okay. What is this? Okay, running! Running away! What if Chucky wasn't home alone? What the hey? Chucky went after kids, or at least, you know, just very few kids, so I'll go ahead and just say that he comes across Kevin. What if Chucky met Kevin? That's what I'm gonna call it. It's the best way to go about it. No, I don't, I'm not into Scarface. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of it. Get to do my stream early today, but I also am a very early shift tomorrow. So yeah, Patreon and getting all this stuff geared up for the future of the channel is really something. Kevin meeting Jigsaw was thought of a long time ago, because Kevin basically is Jigsaw. Let's be real here. He really is, though. When you really think about it, he grows up to be Jigsaw, and I'm not the only one who frickin' has come out and said that. Top 3. I'm just gonna do what if Kevin was in Scream, because that's easier. Names are everything when it comes to projects, and it also helps with figuring out how to do plot and all that good stuff. I've finished a game here before, and I'm pretty sure it was last stream. I'm literally in the same place as last stream, or at least, you know, one of the places from last stream, because I've played like just one game last stream. You get the point. Main point is, I am literally one of 2 other people left, and I don't know if I'm about to get bodied. How's my day been? It has been all right. Yeah, it's been good overall. I've gotten all the movies, all of my movies uploaded to the channel, or not the channel, that's already been done, to the Patreon, and now I'm uploading custom pics, bonuses, adding tiers, and really upgrading my Patreon so it's worth it for people to, like, you know, support it and everything, since I can't get paid off the ads. I've explained that already. Main point is I've been doing that, and I've been getting really far with gaming since I'm taking a break, obviously, you know, the whole 5-6 projects, 7 projects ahead sort of deal. And by the end of this month, the John and Daniel story will be almost fully uploaded on the channel. And then all I have is the Return to the McQueen 1 episode feature, and then the second Big Bang episode, which after that will be back whenever I make 2 more projects again. And it should time itself perfectly, unlike the John and Daniel story, which was a lot more in-depth and longer than I thought it was going to be, just because of everything it entailed. And after that, I will be working on the Skyquake and Shane in the Saw franchise What Ifs. And after that, you guys know the rest of the ones on the second batch. And after I do the next 2 stories after that, I'll be creating the next batch of 10 What Ifs. I don't know what they're going to be yet because I haven't looked at my list and thought about it clearly, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. Come on. Yes! First game of the stream! Let's go! It has been a minute since I was able to do that. Yes! That is awesome good luck up there. I'm really excited for What If Skyquake joined the Autobots. Yeah, it's coming up. It's definitely coming up. I can promise you that I'll be starting to work on it by the end of the month. But since I'm so far ahead on projects, there's no need, you know? So I'm just chilling, more or less. And it gives me time to complete my games and, like, you know, play games, complete stuff on my games. And so when I'm completed with all my video games, I can buy more and start to work more on YouTube, you know? It works out for everybody. I get more done on video games and YouTube. It gives me more free time to do what I want. Let me see what else I have in the Battle Pass. Because honestly, I could say that I'm, like, done playing Fortnite for now. Wait. I got, like, 4 rewards left, and then I'm gonna stop playing Fortnite until January 17th, which is 6 days away, because that's when Godzilla releases. So that's another week away, and that'll be right by the time the next stream rolls around. So honestly, I'm not even done with Fortnite yet. So, I could be looking at just taking a pause off Fortnite by the end of the stream if I actually, like, really try to get the rest of Baymax's crap. But yes, like, that's pretty much all of what's going on. I'm doing good. Even though the ads are obviously prohibited me and everything like that, it was still good that I found a really good backup method with Patreon. And once we get like 1 to 2 more people in, I'm going to show you guys the winner of this week's figure character vote. And that's another thing. The character figure pool votes pictures are also going to be posted on Patreon, along with behind the scenes footage and like extra projects for the future and really cool stuff that'll make it worth it for people to support it and, like, you know, support the future of the channel, because My whole future of my channel depends on that Patreon freaking succeeding. Otherwise, I'd have to create an entirely new YouTube channel. And let's be honest, this channel has had so much success that I would never want to get rid of it, ever. And even when I retire, which is like, you know, so many years in the future, I still want to keep it, obviously, to remember it. I feel like by the end of Toy Story 3, Andy had like some semblance of like, maybe it wasn't so much that he knew Woody and the toys were alive, but it's the fact of his imagination and the lesson behind it, saying that it doesn't matter if a toy is alive or not. It's the imagination that really brings like playing with toys, like a kid's like, you know, dream and everything like that. The lesson was it's imagination that really makes kids happy. So if he found that out, I feel like it would just demean the story and it'd be like a Sid thing, except not so much a Sid thing. I think it would honestly hurt the story. I don't think they were ever meant to find out that toys were alive. That's why whenever Woody did that to Sid in Toy Story 1, he was like, you might have to break a few rules. So it's obvious that the toys being alive had a rule to never reveal themselves to a human, ever. Because it would defeat the entire point of being a toy. You know? Oh, come on! Really? First thing. It's exactly. You really thought you were gonna kill me first thing. Nice try, buddy. And I can't wait to show you guys my new pictures for the channel, for the figure character votes, because I upgraded them. If you guys saw the background and are seeing the background for, you know how my Omniverse background was like really star, and like in the back here you can see how it's like that? I thought of changing it for my profile picture, but since it's 3 pictures in one, it would kind of make me have to go through and put those pictures back and root through them on my Google Photos. I didn't want to do that. So the background for figure character votes and their pictures is changed to the same background as my banner on my channel. If you guys like go to the channel banner on my homepage, it's changed. So, yeah. I can't wait to show you guys the picture, but like I said, I want to wait for a few people, obviously, because I never want to do the figure character votes unless we got like 5 people in here maximum, or like close to, because just 2 or like 1 doesn't really feel right. It's all about people. You know what I'm saying? It's all about people. Listen to the music. It's all melancholy and crap. Why's the music gotta be so sad? I'm not even bothered by it, it's just funny. I gonna have to shoot a guy down to death? This guy's never catching up to me. How have your guys' days been? How are you enjoying the John and Daniel stuff and just in general what I've been teasing and doing on the channel? Or how are you enjoying the new year so far of 2025? You're looking forward just as much as I am to making this a really good and productive year? Teased that a huge bunch in the last stream. And I've already teased it a huge bunch on the channel in general. Baymax! Nice try, bird brain. It would take a lot more than a bunch of jumping around to stop me. I am too, Slick. I am too. TF, yes, I'm subbed to you, so I know when everything comes out of yours. So, I appreciate the reminder, though. I saw your Nemesis Prime first part come out. I was just really confused as to, like, since you didn't finish the story yet, why it was out yet. But some YouTubers do that. They post multiple stories at once. I can't do that. It messes with my OCD so much because I feel if you're going to create a story, you should do it one at a time, just because, especially if it's a long story, you should do it one at a time so it doesn't overwhelm you. Because I tried to do multiple stuff at once on some of my other channels. None of you would know anything about that because, like, I don't think any of you were around when I had those, like, 7, 8 other YouTube channels. But when they were around, I did multiple things at once. I would do gaming, I would do book reviews, I would do real life skits, I would do all this, and it just became too much. Then I tried what if topics, and everybody freaking loved them, much more than any of my other stuff. So I'm just like, if everybody loves this way more than my other stuff, this channel would be the one to survive. And look at where we are now. Over 1,000 subs, all this support, and yeah, even if Patreon has to exist to make this channel fully profitable in the future, we are still really cooking with how good this channel's been. And you guys are very much to thank for that. Wouldn't be here without you. Change the music. We don't get like 1 or 2 more people here in the next few minutes, I'll just go ahead and reveal the character vote winners, or winner. I noticed a lot of What If YouTubers does multiple stories and never be able to finish the other stories because they post in too many. Yeah, that's exactly why I don't do it, because what's the point in starting a story if you don't end the story? Then it just sits on your channel for years and years and years. Masako X is one of those people. And he does a brilliant job with some of his stories. I've really come to appreciate most of his, but like, I feel like everyone should take it just one step at a time. I work ahead, and I want to do keep the whole 5 to 6 story routine, but there's a difference between working ahead on getting stories done than working ahead and posting multiple things at once. It just seems like a very major downgrade that could very well just hurt the productivity of your stories. Get back here! Got him! Barely. Excuse me? Yeah, if we don't get too much people here in the next few minutes, I'll go ahead and reveal the winner for this week's character figure vote and the new pictures for the channel. You guys definitely like the new picture. It was one thing to start the whole figure character vote picture thing in general towards the end of 2024, but or the middle, near the end of 2024, but you guys get my point. But like the new pictures that I've come up with now, especially for the new background banner for my channel, I love the art that people come up with. I just wish more art, like AI art and stuff like that, was more like dialed down to being accurate. Because a lot of artists make so much art and pictures that are so underrated, and then some just don't even try at all, or they like just put in these little codes and just call it a day. You could get a lot more cool pictures and art if people actually like tried. You can't succeed at something if you don't try. I would rather try and fail at something than not try at all and have it be a complete botch in the making. I think after this match, since I'm almost done with it, I will reveal the winner. Like I said, you guys are more than welcome, since I keep the pictures open on my community posts on my channel. You guys can save them literally anytime you want, if you want them. they're up for people to keep as a reward for you guys appreciating certain characters and just supporting my channel. It's a gracious reward, if you will. Since I took away the whole one what if idea, since we were so packed on what ifs for the next 15 years, it was just another way to try and like make it work for everybody. And since I have Patreon now and I can post stuff onto there, you guys can download them from there also and get to keep them another way, except many of them, if not all of them, are going to be for cash, obviously. But hey, you want to get a Patreon go? I never thought that I would ever use Patreon, and that Discord and YouTube and like Facebook or something like that would be like my main sources. But then the ads had to go ahead and throw a wrench in that whole thing. But I'm okay with it, because I really built it up so far to being a really cool platform. I plan to do a lot more with it this year. Like I keep saying, 2025, a lot of people are saying this too. We want to make it our year. And I full on agree. That's what I've been saying this whole time. I have never had a year where I was like, I am truly happy with this year. This is one of the best years in my life. Many have been good, but also many have had their moments. Hi, King Devin. So I feel that 2025 should be a year where we all are like try to make it the best year that we possibly can out of all the years that we've all had. Like, I'm not just talking on YouTube, I'm talking like in life. And I know that's a tall order because no one can guess what's going to happen, but doesn't mean you can't try to make it the best year possible. And that's exactly what I'm looking forward to for this year. All right, King, after I am done with this game, I won my first game of the stream. After I'm done with this game, we're going to be getting into the winner of this week's character figure vote. And I've made new pictures. My new channel banner and how I have it there is going to be the new background for the new pictures. So, in a minute here, I'm going to show you guys who won and the new look at the new pictures. It was awesome winning my first game of the stream. First game of the stream, winning that. Not too often I get that lucky. And I also have never finished a game here before. So that's new. Oh, frick. I would like to look back at December this year and notice changes. It's an interesting way to look at it. Not that I've ever had an awful year. COVID years kind of dragged, but all have had moments that I wish could have been taken out, or years that could have been better than they were, which is why 2025, I told myself I'm correct in that. No matter if I think it's going to be the same or like something happens, I don't care. We can all make it our year if we put our minds to it. That's all I can say. Ah, frick. Come on. I'm in the top two. Come on, we can do this. 2 games in a row. I don't know the last time, if ever, solo, like just me. I've won multiple games with other people, I think, very rarely, but I've never won 2 games in a row by myself. So that could change. Oh, frick. so freaking close. First win of the first game of the stream, and then a second place. That was cool. That might be my best 2 games I've ever had in a stream before. So, now to the important thing. The winner of this week's character figure votes is Shane. And here is the new setup and picture. Like I said, this is the new channel banner in case you guys didn't look at my homepage. And this Shane won. And here's a picture that I'm going to save to the community post and eventually post on Patreon. The pictures for the figure character votes are going to be a minute for Patreon because I'm still posting all the custom made pics from my stories on there first. Since I posted all the movies to my Patreon, now I'm posting all the custom made pics, like the main pics from my stories. And after that, I'll be posting all the figure character votes. And then like any new movies or new pictures will go there also to continue to go on there and people actually find it worth it to support the Patreon. And yeah, Shane Walsh won. So you guys can save the picture now if you want, or wait until I post it on the community post. And yeah, that's who won this week's vote. Jason Voorhees is the second place winner once again. And I'm going to keep it mystery as to who the other 3 are, just like I do every time. The only reason I revealed it last time is because it was a stream to open up the new year, and you guys probably wouldn't have remembered who was in that vote. And now it's more worth it, in my opinion, to make these new pictures and post them on here and then the Patreon, because then people will maybe find it worth it to keep the pictures for themselves. Because I know not one person who said that they saved a picture from like the figure character votes since I started them, which is perfectly fine. You don't have to. It's more or less just a reward since I can't really do anything else, and it's a way for you guys to like see the figures I've collected over all my years growing up. And since I don't have a shelf to my name yet, or like a huge room or house, it's the best way for you guys to look at my guys and appreciate them and let me know who you like the most. And you guys have surprised me. But yeah, that was a first and second place. You cannot get too much better luck than that. Let me tell you that much. Like, that was extremely good luck. I got so close, I just couldn't switch my weapon over to combat him, and I couldn't get him with my sword. So that was like extremely close. So that might be my like 2 best games that I've ever had playing this game in general. I don't even think Cruella the Bell has a freaking back bling. Weirdest pickaxe I've ever seen. Then I gotta find something akin to a dog, since it's Cruella de Vil. I don't even think I have anything akin to a dog. I'm gonna have to do like dragon. That's the closest frickin' thing. How are we doing on the past? Alright, so I have 2 more rewards left. And then I'll be done with Fortnite until January 17th, which is 6 days away. That's when Godzilla releases. Then I'll be done, because past Baymax and Godzilla are the only 2 reasons I started playing Fortnite for this season. Not to say that I stopped entirely, but it all depends on the battle pass. I'll only play Fortnite if it's a worthy battle pass. So yeah, that's the picture of Shane. I want to see if there's anything else worth it. This is how far I am, and this is the what ifs, just in case you guys are not familiar with the rest of the ideas. And yeah, these will be the next 2 after the second Big Bang episode gets released onto the channel. And then I'll be working on these 2. And then once I get to these 2, oh, it's Doc Ock and then Shane, not Skyquake. I knew I was wrong there. So Skyquake coming up real soon, not yet. So Skyquake and John will be after these 2. And this will all be taking place February going into March. And yeah. So that's how that goes. And then once I get to here is when I'll be working on the next batch. But if you guys know my Google Doc, then you could just maybe guess which ones I'm going to do next. But that's a really big guess, considering that list grows every single day. By the way, I also want to mention something else new that I've been doing on my YouTube account. So, even though I'm still trying to get my subscriptions public to the people on my channel, I've pretty much watched everything, so let me just start off by saying this. What was once my Pro Gamer Nick account called Triforceful God now is just my watching account where I watch stuff. So I literally do nothing more on that account now, which used to be my gamer account, or, one of them. Because like I said, I have so many channels, and I doubt that anyone on this channel who supports me now ever knew of any of those channels. So on that account, a watching account, I have pretty much watched everything and anything I can get my hands on, which is what it literally was for, to watch everything and anything. My point is that since I have done that, I am now on my actual account, my Omniverse of Nick account, and now I've started watching stuff on there. But the only stuff I'm watching, okay, I died in 81st place, so it was literally first, second, and then 81st. Well, you can't have good luck all the time. But I've started watching stuff on there, but the only stuff I'm watching on there is what if stuff, which I've watched the vast majority of, and stuff that relates to the characters I've done what ifs on. So say, for example, my What If Rick Exiled Shane, I'm going to put into a playlist. Even if you guys can't see my subscriptions that I have subscribed people to, I'm going to be putting the stuff that I watch on my account separate on playlists from the playlist I create for my projects. So you guys can go ahead and see any of the people that I have watched on those playlists, and you can sub to them and get to watch their What If stuff if you've never met them before. People like Miss the Part, who is a mainly Marvel and like other stuff creator, and like he's a Canadian What If creator. And Masako X, Salad Saiyan, Carthu Dojo, Lytro DLC, Hobo Ducks, which is a What If Walking Dead YouTuber. Men of the West, Nerd of the Rings. I'm talking any What If YouTuber that I can get my hands on. With my Triforceful God account, that's just watching stuff like, that's literally me watching and looking into everything and anything. Like, literally, I'm not joking. So, like, just stuff that I want to watch in my spare time, like saving music, saving What If stories, saving WWE stuff, saving Dragon Ball stuff. Literally anything. I literally put it as my description for that account, which I think I might have even subbed to. So yeah, once I save those people in the future, I'm already subbed to them, but once I save their videos to playlists in the future, if I can't get my subscriptions button to work, which for some reason it really doesn't like to for either account, then you guys can look into those people, and maybe we can get them involved on this channel in the future, because along with, you know, getting up there, being a What If YouTuber and like the best YouTuber, I also want to grow the What If community and like get people like other What If YouTubers to collab with me in the future. Reason I'm not doing so right now, you might ask, and like not getting it over with and like stuff like that, is because I'm not big enough as to like, I don't think that if I tried to collab with them, that they would take much notice because of how small I am. So because the more small of a YouTuber that you are, the least likely chance that people are going to know about you because you're so small, which is why you want to grow your YouTube channel before you go ahead and like collab with people. You know what I'm saying? And I died in 90 seconds. So the more like the channel grows, the Patreon grows, the Discord grows, the more that stuff grows, is the more that I think it will be worth it to collab with those kinds of people. And I keep telling myself, maybe 2025, if I really want to make this my year, we gotta try and like actually get to 100K this year, which is impossible. But people like freaking some of them higher up YouTubers, they could get there in like just a few years. And we've already been on this journey together for 3 years. So it would be a tall order, but like it's a thought. It's something I've been thinking about, but it could just be a pipe dream and I could just be overhyping it. So I've learned not to set things in stone, like time limits for projects, expectations. I've learned not to put myself in a situation where I could anticipate something and it actually happened like the way that I say it's going to happen. I could say that I'm going to be the best YouTuber and like be the best What If YouTuber, but it will only happen if I put my mind to it and really, really try. And even then, it's nigh impossible. That's all about growing. Yeah, I could say a project's going to be done by the end of the month. Turns out, it could maybe be done by the middle of the next month. So I've just learned more and more as a growing person and YouTuber, not to set dates in stone without being absolutely sure. Exactly. Please don't kill me. Okay, thank God. That first and second game, though, were like really freaking awesome. Though I was able to get those 2 in a row, and now I've gotten like the worst places, like 2-3 games in a row. But hey, you cannot have good luck all the time. I've especially gotten into wrestling, the WWE, and especially Roman Reigns. That's the whole theme of this year. And like, because I got so into his character and just the WWE, I've gotten into almost every superstar and promo and fight. I literally have it all marked down the middle. Cruella de Vil just killed freaking Green Goblin. Yeah. It just makes me think of... Fortnite's also helped me think of what if stuff too. And yeah, I've gotten into all wrestlers, promos, fights, and sub the channel. I literally have over 1,100 videos saved on my Triforce Full God account. Because that's how into the WWE I'm into now. My main favorite stuff now is Walking Dead, Dragon Ball, Marvel, and WWE. Those are my top favorite things, like, ever. Hey, it's Cell! I just killed Cell! Yeah, that's the whole theme of this year is WWE Roman Reigns. That's why I say, like, acknowledge the Omniverse of Nick, because Roman Reigns is tribal chief of his family and the WWE, and it's all about acknowledging the tribal chief and everything. If you guys watch the WWE, you understand. There's a few people recommending me WWE ideas, so they would get it. But for those who don't watch wrestling, you wouldn't get it. And it's just another cool way to expand the channel. And I think the 2025 channel trailer was probably one of my best, if not the best yet. Roman Reigns instrumental music, the new music for the channel and everything like that. I had to find a non-copyright version, obviously, so I wouldn't get into trouble. After this year, I don't know what will happen. I don't know what the next theme will be. All I can tell you is that 2025 will mark a new age on this channel. I want it to not only mark a new age, but like, I want 2025 to be the beginning phase for what this channel will become, you know? So whatever we do in 2025, I want that to continue on to the rest of the channel's time here and like move forward with that idea. And that way, make it even more epic and more worth it. Fuck, almost had that dude. And I know with half the stuff I'm saying, like, hey, Nick, you're really thinking big here, and like dreaming big. Well, I say if you want to have a dream or you want to make something happen, you should definitely think big, you know? Oh, he actually corrected it. Another what if YouTuber I just got into, Enchanted Basement. He does Lord of the Rings what ifs. He accidentally got the freaking title wrong for one of his things. He said part 4 or part 3 to his part 4, and I'm like, that's supposed to say part 4. Except I obviously said it in a nice way. So, for those of you who do look into the pictures and like the stories and my Google Doc and like who may be supporting Patreon or anything like that, do you guys have any like expectations or like stories from the docs or what I've already said or anything like that you're really looking forward to? I keep almost saying this every single time, but I'm trying to find different ways to ask this and just talk to you guys. Especially for when I get onto future batches that maybe you guys haven't looked at yet. I obviously want to keep like the vast majority of stuff a surprise, but I'm just curious. Or maybe like other stuff you guys want to recommend me or whatever. Oh, I think I have a good question for you guys. So this mainly pertains to you three, since you guys are the only ones here. What is your guys' favorite what if YouTubers? I would count myself in the equation, but I guess counting me, if you want to count me. It doesn't matter if you count me or not. But who are your guys' favorite what if YouTubers? If you have any. If you don't, that's perfect. Come on, minion. I get it that you're slow, but hurry up. Get in the car. Dude, get in the car. In the car. Get in the car. Are you really going to make me hit you just for you to get in the freaking vehicle? Screw this. Is anyone still here? I feel like I might or might not be alone here. Ah, son of a banshee. Son of a banshee. Son of a banshee. Wait, don't kill me. Don't kill me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do whatever I did. Please forgive me. Run, 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 run! Running, 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 running! You and Moscow X are my favorite What If YouTubers. Nice! I also remember last stream I was coughing a huge bunch. That was because I was getting over being sick. Just now I just choked on a little bit of my drink. Yeah, that was one way to start the new year. I was feeling horrible. Like, first few days of the new year, I was, like, right after New Year's Day, I just started getting sick. And it's like, it lasted a day or two, but then I was fine. My favorite What If YouTubers would have to be, that's a tough one. I've never really thought about that. I kind of like them all. I don't really have a favorite What If YouTuber. I like any channel that actually, like, it all depends on the voice of the guy or gal. I've never really looked into it. No girls ever made What If content that I've seen. But any channel I look into, just as long as they got, like, you know, the right voice, the right tone, the right idea, I like all of them. So I don't really have a favorite. Who are on the Discord, I kicked Frank Castle or the Enigma Explorer on YouTube. And a new guy, Dutch something off the Discord because of their months on end of inactivity. And at least everyone else who shows up, I talk to them, like King Devin, and a few others. Like, if you're on the Discord, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I just, in massive amounts of inactivity, I felt like, why even bother being on the Discord? For anyone who has not checked out the Discord, you definitely should. Because I feel like the bigger the channel gets, the bigger the Discord's going to get too. And also the Patreon. I linked the Patreon not just to the channel, but to the Discord. Like, I connected the two. So, got a few members so far on the Patreon. Just not any, like, supporters, like, you know, of, like, money yet or anything like that. Which is fine. Just figure I try to spread the word as much as humanly possible. Especially if I want to start something on it. What has been your guys' favorite franchise that I've done on the channel so far? Like, out of all the stuff that I've teased that I'm doing, all the stuff that I asked you guys to recommend me, and all that, what has been, like, the #1 franchise, movie, or anything that you guys have most certainly loved and continue loving so far on the channel? That could be show, it could be movie, or just general franchise. Walking Dead. Yeah, that's what I started out with. So I figured someone would comment that they love The Walking Dead the most. Honestly, I love freaking making them, especially the John and Daniel story. Putting John Wick in The Walking Dead and actually making something of it has been awesome. And like everything I've teased, Negan and Jason Voorhees also given me a bunch of really cool ideas for Jason and The Walking Dead. So now it won't just be one idea for Jason Voorhees. I'm going to be doing multiple. So that's really cool too. By the way, speaking of stories and stuff like that, along with what I just said, I'm watching stuff on my actual account now, and what I all just said about that. What I've also been doing is watching some of my old ones. And I plan to remake still, if you guys remember my Dale remake, which started off the new year of last year, and then like other remakes that I've done, like What If Rick Exiled Shane the remake, What If the Governor Killed, or What If Negan Killed Maggie the remake, like those, I plan to remake some other ones, obviously, that I have still yet to do. What If Carl joined Negan? That's getting remade. What If the Governor went to Terminus? That's getting remade. What If the Vatos gang kidnapped Beth? That's getting remade. And I keep commenting and going through my channel just to tell people about the remakes. And I died. Of course I did, because the guy was hiding inside the freaking house. For some stupid reason. You know what? I'm just gonna honestly get off Fortnite and play Sparking Zero. Because since I only have 2 rewards left to do with the likes of Baymax, it's hardly worth it to continue playing. So I'm just gonna go to Sparking Zero and just play the game like I was doing there. They gave Sparking Zero, honestly, kind of the Walking Dead Destinies treatment, except they did way better with Sparking Zero, and at least made it decently worth it as a Budokai Tenkaichi 3 successor. You know? They could have still done a lot better, though, and the game feels unfinished in many aspects. But for a Budokai Tenkaichi 4, if this was made back then, it'd have been worth it. I think that just because now it's much more in the future and it's like, you know, and people have grown with the show and everything like that, maybe it just hurts on that level to them. You know? Whereas me, I don't really care because it's a Dragon Ball game. So I don't care that maybe it doesn't live to the 100% standard that maybe people were looking forward to. Because I still think it's 100% worth it. I just think that they not only missed out on a lot of old Budokai Tenkaichi characters, but they could have done better. Definitely. I'm not going to say that they shouldn't have done better. So now I'm just playing Dragon Ball again. Really? Really? You just have to get out of the way. Really? Really? Is it though? Oh, come on! How did you get away from that? Thinking about something. So this goes to everybody. Should I wait until the 8th story like I've been doing to create the next batch? Or should I wait to the halfway mark with number 5? Because halfway mark's starting to sound like much more proper. Because once I get with the halfway mark instead of 8, now that I think about it, the 8 mark, yes, I did it because it was almost done. But now I'm thinking that the 8 mark is really weird, and I should start doing it for the halfway mark. And like literally after the stream, I should create the next batch and like show you guys. I'm really thinking that's what I should do. Because new year, new me, maybe I should do that. Will you stop dodging my motherfucking attack? Can you just stop, please? So yeah, I think after the stream, I'm going to make the next batch. And that actually excites me because now I can see, since this would technically be the 4th batch, I believe? If I'm not, no, this would be the 4th batch that I've created so far on the channel. So now I'm excited to see which 10 stories I conjure up from my, you know, thousands. Come on. Yeah, that actually excites me. That actually really excites me to what I'm about to do next. Yeah, and he almost frickin' won. I'm just kidding. He really didn't win. We still don't know how strong Beerus is, and it's been over 10 years. The manga can't frickin' tell us his strength, and the show can't tell us his strength. Which isn't to say a bad thing. Man, why couldn't the world of the Kais in the 10th universe be a playable stage in this game? They gave Zamasu the Kachin throw. That is straight out of the manga. The Zamasu in the show never did that. And also help me just cancel out his cutscene with my Kamehameha. I'm definitely going to start doing it halfway because it makes way more sense than the 8. I'll see you later, Slick. Thanks for joining. And I look forward to new pool and new updates and new what ifs after the stream. None of the franchises that I have so far on the polls, or not the polls, the scheduling format with the franchises, none of them have been completed yet. So, I still have plenty of material to work with, especially over freaking 1,900 ideas. Almost 2,000. So, yeah. I still can't get over the fact that Vegeta has become a Super Saiyan 3. And that actually came to fruition. And it pretty much makes him stronger than Goku now. Okay, shut up. Nobody cares about your baby voice, Zeno. You're a freaking baby. That just makes me curious as to what I'm going to put on the list now that I'm actually going to start doing that halfway. But I guess we'll see after the stream. It took a lot of inspiration from Raging Blast and Raging Blast 2 to make Budokai Tenkaichi 4, or I'm sorry, Sparking Zero. I'm always going to call it by its proper name is frickin' Budokai Tenkaichi 4. They just called it frickin' Sparking Zero for some reason. Never understood that. Because they wanted to differentiate it from all the other games. I get that. But when you really think about it, it's Budokai Tenkaichi 4. And I guess my suspicions about, my suspicions about The Walking Dead Destinies getting a part 2 or a sequel or a DLC 2024, I guess they were wrong. because we got nothing. So I guess Destinies will forever be an incomplete and just bad game. Which disappoints me because there was so much that they could have done and they ruined it. Dude, how are you gonna pull in Trunks literally a hit away from me beating him? A hit! Can I get up? Oh, that's why, because he could just spam the attack button and not let me kill him. There we go. You know what the funny thing is? Zomos' voice actor is the same voice actor who voiced Piccolo in the live-action Dragon Ball Evolution movie. Yeah, that movie. You know, I appreciated it back then because it was Dragon Ball, and then I rewatched it, and I'm just like, oh god, this is awful. It's just like Dragon Ball Z. The dub and the filler is awful. It ruins Dragon Ball. The only good things is Garlic Jr., maybe, but Dragon Ball Z was only made back whenever frickin' GT and all that stuff and the movies were canon. Then they decided to make Dragon Ball Evolution, and that's why Akira Toriyama saw that god-awful piece of work. That's why he came back with Dragon Ball Z Kai, which canonized everything and took out all the filler in all the movies. Which is unfortunate for many of those characters we really thought were cool. And then came Dragon Ball Super, and that was a whole new ballgame. So when you think about it, the Dragon Ball timeline is basically split. You got Z and GT in all the movies. And then you got Kai, Super, and the canon movies there. And unless they make GT canon, that's forever going to be a split. People think, and I already mentioned this last stream, but people think that because they made Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta canon after all this time of people thinking it was never going to happen and it was just a random thing that they decided to put in Raging Blast 2, that it was never going to happen. But then it did. And now, people think more than ever that they're finally going to make a Super Saiyan 4 transformation canon. Which, I would love it if they did. If they made it a Demon Realm exclusive transformation or did something like that, I would love that. Because Super Saiyan 4 is an underrated form. The only problem with it is that it happened in what is now a kind of bad show. When you look at Super and when you look at GT, GT had so much more that could have been done with it. But because it happened so early in humanity, they just had way less to work with than what we do now and what Akira does now with Dragon Ball Super, you know? So it's obvious why GT paled in comparison to where it could definitely be fixed now. So like if Akira Toriyama and everybody did and Toei Animation did GT now, oh, it would be 1,000 times better. come on. And I love how Sparking Zero did. See, Destinies and Sparking Zero have one thing in common. Not only the fact that they feel unfinished, but the fact that they have so cool of prospects, but not enough gameplay in it to make the entire game matter. For example, Destinies had the whole Shane killing Rick thing, and T-Dog getting the hook hand, and Shane and Merle getting the afro, and Merle and T-Dog becoming the governor. So cool of moments that didn't get the entire game's prospect. Like, the whole game didn't get what those little scenes show. And in Sparking Zero, that's the same problem. Because they gave Gohan Black. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that or saw my Vegeta story, they made Gohan Black a thing. And they have all these cool prospects. Goku turning Super Saiyan against Vegeta. That is awesome! But the entire game didn't get the experience of what those small moments did. And I'm not asking for them to making a good game is hard. But making a game make sense and work is not hard. You can make it work, you know? And I will be streaming after. Okay, so let me think here. So after the stream, I'm going to be going on to. First, I'm going to go onto the YouTube. I'm going to go on my channel, and I'm going to post the new community post, post the picture of the winner on separate posts. Then, along with that, I think I'm going to do it in the picture with Shane. I'm going to reveal the next batch of what ifs and do that. Then I will post the poll, go on Patreon, post the next few custom picks for people to see on there. Then I will go ahead and go on Discord and just stream because I won't have anything to do after that. So yeah, after the stream, I'll do the picture and then the next batch of what ifs. Go on and post the poll, and then I'll go on Patreon, post the few couple picks that I want to for the day, see if anybody new shows up, and then after that, stream on Discord for the rest of the day, and get myself geared up for a nice, relaxing weekend. Yeah, Frank Castle and Dutch are not on the Discord anymore because of their months on end of inactivity. And yeah, with that out of the way, I saw that KJ, along with what I told you, King, he actually apologized for bringing my family into it, but I told him that I couldn't forgive him because he sided with the one person that supported his stuff the most, and like back then, a few months ago, was Gavin or Goat, who started the whole prospect. And I'm a year beyond dealing with them, so it doesn't really bother me anymore like it did back whenever we all had to deal with them, did that whole War of Words and Destinies and all that other bull crap. So honestly, it doesn't even bother me now. I just told him that I couldn't let him back because of everything that happened on the Discord and the YouTube, and that maybe someday I will see him again, but as a different person. Meaning that I was telling him that as a way for him and whoever else to maybe see the message and, maybe someday change, you know? He said he no longer had beef with me and that it was months ago. So he's clearly moved on. It's Goat who made that video and posted it, or let KJ post it on his channel, and then it just turned into something major. So, it mainly affected me because it brought my family and everything, so it was a bit of a big deal, but it wasn't so much a big deal as to start something new with him. I just told him I couldn't trust him. Which was already the deal. The only reason I knew about him is because I went on to see how many people I've ended up kicking over the past few years, and that you guys have helped me kick. And I just saw his name on the list on one of his many accounts, and I'm like, what's he doing nowadays? And whenever I actually happen to find him and see those two vids, I'm like, oh my god, is this an entire YouTube channel dedicated to me? And yeah, it was, but just not as much as I thought it was going to be. It was 2 videos and a short. He got rid of the 2 videos, but the short apparently was Gavin's. So, and he, in the comments of every video, supported it. So clearly, he was the one who orchestrated the entire thing. Which I'm glad that I kicked him, King of Portals, GMB, and all those people back whenever I did, because they caused way more problems than, I could have dealt with it in a much different way, or, kicked them way sooner instead of giving them chance after chance, but, it's all about me being a nice guy and, trying to not start something on the internet. Because I know there's going to be plenty of people that come on here and try to mess with you and do all this, that, and the other thing. All I want is just post awesome stuff and, hope gain people's respect. I'm not asking for everyone in the world to like me, but asking for as much people as want to. Here's my thing. If you're on my channel, that means you want to watch me. And if you're on here just to troll, not only was I kind of giving them what they wanted by giving in to their trolling, but it means that they have nothing better to do. So, yeah. Dead City Season 1 and The Ones Who Live, they're going to be appearing on Netflix within the next month, literally in a month. So, I'll get to actually re-watch those and try to come up with more material. The Ones Who Live was very underrated. Yeah, it was supposed to be 3 movies, but when you really look at it, what more could they have done? I mean, yeah, the CRM could have stuck around for a little bit longer, but it's not completely destroyed. The CRM's bad side is destroyed, but the main factor of the CRM is not destroyed. We know that, because it is literally the biggest military on the planet. They just took out the vast majority of it. I just think people wished it could have gone on longer, and RJ's actor did not whatsoever put in any effort into his acting. And I think I know why, and I'm actually more at peace with this, because I think they tried to rewrite RJ as an empty character on purpose. Because, granted, it might just be the actor putting no emotion in at all, and it's just like, oh, well, this kid has no place acting here. But I think I know why they did it that way. It's because Rick wasn't there. Think about it for a second. Rick wasn't there because Andrew Lincoln left the show. So what I think they did is they wrote RJ to be an emotionless, empty character because he didn't have a father. Sure, he had his mother, and then she left, which made it even worse. And yeah, Daryl was a main, very good figure of parenting for Judith, but Judith grew up and she was perfect. Judith is a perfect character to represent the Grimes family. But RJ, I think he was wrote as an empty character on purpose, because he was probably the most affected. We saw Judith get affected by not having her mom or dad for a very good long period of her life. Michonne far less than Rick, obviously, 6-7 years. Michonne just over a year. You know what I'm saying? But I think RJ was put as an emotionless character on purpose. So when we see him and Rick again, and I guarantee we will, I think that he'll actually have emotion. Whereas if he doesn't, then it proves that the child acting as him is just very bad at acting. Which, no one's perfect. But I think that that's a very logical reason. And I started thinking of it earlier last night when I was rewatching one of my videos. And like I said, I still plan to remake a few stories. Like, what if Carl joined Negan? That's getting remade. What if the governor went to Terminus? That's getting remade. What if the Vatos King kidnapped Beth? That's getting remade. Because I still have so many stories that I did not put enough effort into, and I'll be honest with you, many of the ideas that I got came off of Reddit posts and stuff like that, and I just took the idea and tried to spin it in my own way. I didn't actually think about the stories that I was making. I would think of ones like, what if Carl joined Negan? That was my idea. But back then, I wasn't as much I didn't put enough effort into the what ifs back then as I should have, which is why I eventually, when I started getting more in depth with the channel, I realized that, hey, if you really want to make a good story, you gotta make it your own, you know? Back then, I only cared about what if ideas just because they were what if ideas. But now, look at all the stories that I've made. Like, what if Negan saved Sophia? And what if Madison's family joined Rick? Unique ideas like that, even if they're recommended by someone else, if you make them your own, then it could turn out to be one of the best stories that you've ever written. And honestly, I never saw myself doing this. Honestly, I thought, I've already said this multiple times, I thought this would be a one and done channel, literally. And after I lost the ad revenue, I literally thought that I would have to start again all over. And at that point, I might have just quit YouTube. Patreon saved my channel, honestly. And I'm gonna have to build it up like crazy and have to build all this up. But I've been doing it with YouTube this entire time. So building up Patreon and Discord is just a side hustle. But yeah, that's pretty much the entire point, is that hard work pays off. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and call it here, end of the stream. Thank you guys for those of you who did join. Second stream of the new year. And I hope you guys enjoyed the teases and everything for upcoming few months here. I haven't seen everything, but you guys obviously know about the 6 stories for the year and all that stuff. And I hope to see you guys later on the Discord for those of you who are present. For those who haven't joined, check that out, and the Patreon to not only try to grow the community, but to support the future of the channel. Shane Walsh is the winner. So after I'm done here, I'm going to post the picture of Shane along with the next batch of what ifs, which is going to take me a minute. Then I'm going to post the next poll, go on Patreon, post the next few pictures on there. Obviously, we'll have a price or something like that. Maybe not everything on Patreon has prices, only the stuff that's like the most special, most important, and the stuff that people will want to buy to make it worth it for people to support it. And then after that, I'll see you guys on the Discord today and tomorrow going into next week and onwards. And I already told you guys basically everything else during the stream. So with all that said, I will see you guys later. And yeah, just remember to sub and all that stuff. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining this